And the Angels, they made some moves. Last week we were talking about that, how they did all those waiver moves. But I felt like we were talking about how the Angels are kind of a joke of a franchise. And guess what? I have some news for you that just even further proves my point here. The Angels made all their moves last week to get rid of payroll, according to Jeff Passan, and yet they are still slightly above the luxury tax threshold. This doesn't seem real. So their plan to cut some money to get under that tax threshold didn't even follow through. They can't do anything right here.
Can't even do that right.
So I do take back what I said after re-listening to the podcast. In the modern era of baseball since 2000, this might be the biggest flop from a general manager perspective I've ever seen. They're tied to Anthony Rendon. You know, just bite the bullet because you're not going to find anyone to trade him. So just buy him out. Buy him out, take the hit because there's no reason to have him around. Guy just rides a Peloton every day and eats strawberries in their clubhouse. What are we doing?
Yeah, when you factor in them, well, I guess we'll see what happens with Ohtani, but everyone seems to think that he's not re-signing there. You factor in Ohtani not coming back, it might be the biggest gap at the deadline in baseball history.
I agree because at the time he was healthy.
Yep, and everybody was saying trade him. The Angels aren't going to do anything with it. It was either at that point was the breaking point, and they unfortunately chose the wrong way.
And I do think Trout requested trade in the offseason.
Speaking of, he requested a direct meeting with management to discuss the team's future direction. So, yeah.
That spells trade me.
I would be frustrated if I'm Trout.